in Florida. My statement as to what's happening in Sweden was in reference to a story that was broadcast on at Fox News concerning immigrants and Sweden, Trump said. The president had addressed supporters during his Florida rally Saturday night saying, "You look at what's happening in Germany, you look at what's happening last night in Sweden," he said. Sweden. Who would believe this? Sweden, he added. They took in large numbers. They're having problems like they never thought possible. The Swedish embassy in Washington immediately asked the U.S. State Department for an explanation of Trump's comments suggesting there'd been some sort of attack in Sweden on Friday. They later tweeted, "We look forward to informing the U.S. administration about Swedish immigration and integration policies." The White House responded saying Trump was referring to rising crime and recent incidents, in general, and not a specific incident in Sweden, according to ABC. The president made reference to a security incident in Sweden that apparently occurred on the previous night, leaving many Swedes baffled. "We have asked the question today to the State Department. We are trying to get clarity," said Swedish Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Katarina Axelsson. Swedish Foreign Minister Margot Wallström apparently responded on Twitter with the remark owing to certain circumstances, followed by a passage from her speech in Parliament last week on Sweden's foreign policy. The excerpt said, "In 2016, post-truth was named Word of the Year by Oxford Dictionaries. Both functioning democracy and constructive cooperation between states require us to speak with, and not about, each other, to honor agreements and to allow ideas to compete. They also require us to respect science, facts and the media, and to acknowledge each other's wisdom." Trump's remarks came as he vowed to protect the U.S. borders while addressing supporters at his campaign-style rally in an aircraft hangar at Orlando Melbourne International Airport. But social media users were left puzzled after the president's comments, including former Swedish Prime Minister Carl Bildt, who quickly pointed out there was no such attack. Sweden? Terror attack? What has he been smoking? Questions abound, Bildt said in a tweet. Axelsson told the Associated Press that the government wasn't aware of any terror-linked major incidents. Sweden's security police also said it had no reason to change the terror threat level. Trump went on to allude to previous attacks in Europe. "You look at what's happening in Brussels. You look at what's happening all over the world," he said. "Take a look at Nice. Take a look at Paris," he said as he promised to keep the country safe. Trump's remarks were quickly ridiculed by Twitter users including Chelsea Clinton. What happened in Sweden Friday night? Did they catch the Bowling Green massacre perpetrators? She said while also mocking Kellyanne Conway's interview gaffe last month. The former first daughter had previously slammed the president's advisor after Conway referred to the non-existent massacre. A Swedish librarian, who was using Sweden's official Twitter account, sent out a tweet saying, "No. Nothing has happened here in Sweden. There has not been any terrorist attacks here. At all. The main news right now is about Melfist." The woman suggested Trump's remark was likely to have been based on a Fox News interview between host Tucker Carlson and documentary filmmaker Annie Horowitz which aired the night before. Horowitz spoke about his recent film which explores the seemingly increasing crime rates in Sweden as a result of the country's open-door policy. The country let in 200,000 refugees as migrants fled their war-torn countries during the summer in 2015, Huffington Post reported. This would be the third time the Trump administration has been accused of referencing fictitious terror attacks. Senior advisor Conway infamously made note of the non-existent Bowling Green massacre during an interview with Chris Matthews last month. White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer referred to an Atlanta attack earlier this month, but later corrected himself saying he had meant to say Orlando. The Daily Mail contributed to this report. It's News Exposed signing off.